All right, guys, I'm still not sure if we're live.
I'm looking on my phone.
I know, that's what I was just doing too. Okay, can you tell this is our first time? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? We're there yet. We're here. Okay, I believe we're live and we're ready to go. So, good afternoon and welcome. I hope everyone is staying safe and doing well. My name is Maria Tice-Ault with Howard Hanna Craw Real Estate in Lebanon, Pennsylvania. And I'm here today with Andy Doutrick, Senior Mortgage Consultant with Centennial Lending Group. Welcome, Andy.
Thank
And
you.
we
Appreciate
also
it.
have with us today John McDade, who is the Director of VA Lending for Success Mortgage Partners. We're very lucky to have John with us here today. He's a national VA loan expert with over 46 years in the mortgage industry. Wow, that's pretty impressive. I thought Andy and I had a few years under our belts, being in the business 20 to 25 years, but you've got us both beat combined, actually, so that's awesome. Welcome, John, and thank you for taking
Thank
the
you.
time from your busy schedule to join us. Appreciate it.
My pleasure.
Before we get started, I thought that it might be a good idea to just give everybody an update on our present situation with buying and selling real estate. So as most of you know, the stay-at-home policies in Pennsylvania have included real estate as non-essential. A few counties have recently gone to the yellow category, and we're very hopeful that the rest will follow soon. But unfortunately, here in Lebanon and our surrounding counties, we're still limited with what we can and can't do. However, despite no in-person meetings or showings, properties are still being listed and sold, electronically that is. Zoom and other video platforms have become very useful tools, along with the electronic documents and signing capabilities that we've had in place for a while. So if you're interested in buying or selling a home, please don't hesitate to reach out to Andy or myself to get the process started. We wanted to make sure that you knew that you don't have to wait. We can still help you right now. So now on to our presentation, VA home loans. As you can see there on the screen, gives you a little bit of history on the program. We wanted to thank you again for joining us. Hopefully you're here for the live event. We're looking forward to giving you an opportunity to ask questions during and after the presentation. We've made every effort to be thorough, but we want to make sure that you understand the program and all of its benefits. So please ask anything. There's no question that's too small. Also, most likely if you have a question, then someone else does as well. So you're going to be helping them too. So we highly encourage you to ask questions. If you happen to be catching this as a recorded event after the fact, please feel free to reach out to us at any time. Our contact info will be on the last slide, and we look forward to chatting with you. So let's see what we've got here. The purpose of today is just to go over some basics on the program, give you the benefits, go over qualifications and specifications, and again, answer your questions. We think it's going to be helpful for buyers, but also for sellers who would like to make their home eligible for VA buyers. So listen in if you're a seller as well. So Andy, if you could go over the next slide for us, give us an overview, that'd be great.
Oh, back one.
Oh, I'm sorry. There we go.
So basically, when you're talking about veterans financing, obviously you have to either be an eligible member of the armed forces or a retired member of the armed forces. And the best way to figure out if you're eligible is to reach out to a lender who can help you decide if there's a certificate of eligibility. Once we've got that certificate of eligibility, we can then start to talk about the qualification process. The qualification process for a VA loan is really no different than any other mortgage. We'd like to take a look at the credit. We'd like to get some information on income and job history. The nice thing about the veterans loan is that you don't need a down payment. So the attraction for most people, especially now, is that if you're like most Americans, you have the ability to make your payments every month. What you don't have the ability to do is put money away to save for a house. So if you are a qualified veteran or a qualified member of the armed services, you can get into the house without needing a down payment. You also have access to what they call seller assistance, which is a way that you can negotiate with the seller to help pay those closing costs for you, in addition to the normal costs associated with buying a house with other programs like a down payment. If you look down further, and I won't go through this line by line, but you can receive any money that you might need for closing as a gift. It's eligible for purchase or refinance. So even if you're a veteran that didn't take advantage of your eligibility when you bought your home, there's a way for you to take advantage of that right now through the refinance market. Obviously, the interest rates are just as competitive as any other government program like USDA and FHA. It's a very useful tool for veterans. I think it's probably the most misunderstood loan that's available. And I think there's a lot of people that think they might not qualify. My advice would be, if you are a veteran or you're active duty and you think you might want to take advantage of it, talk to somebody who knows the program and they can tell you exactly what you qualify for.
Great. Next slide is talking a little bit about the eligibility. And John, if you can give us some more information on that.
I'd be happy to. Anyone who is currently serving in the military and they've been active duty for 90 days become eligible for a VA loan. If you are a veteran and you entered the military prior to September 7th of 1980, you're required 181 days consecutive active duty. After September 7th, 1980, it is now 2 years active duty. If you are a reservist or member of the National Guard, you must serve 6 years and have 16 retirement points per year. Now, if you were deployed to the Persian Gulf at any point, even if you don't have the 6 years in, if you spent 90 days in the Persian Gulf, you're eligible for a VA loan. VA has provisions for the unremarried surviving spouse of a veteran whose death was service-connected. That is a loan where there will never be a funding fee. Also, VA has a spouse of a person listed as POW MIA has a one-time use of the program. And certain members of Health and Human Services, even though they've never served in the military, are eligible for VA loans. That would be generally the doctors and nurses that work for Health and Human Services. And with this COVID-19 pandemic, many of these doctors and nurses have been called to duty. That would also include, if there's a federal prison anywhere near you, the doctors and nurses that work in the prison infirmary, the prison hospital, they're eligible for VA loans. It's a marketplace that very few people know about. And we have done a few over the years. You don't see too many, but I think it's a market that's going to grow since this COVID-19 pandemic, and it's one we should not ignore. Also, the one thing about the VA loan that I really want, that's really important, it's a thing called the IRRRL. Whenever you do a VA loan, there's an automatic built-in refinance without appraisal, without credit report for any of these people that have it if the rates drop. And it's really a fantastic, fantastic benefit to this particular loan.
Okay.